use them. But confirming that House Democrats have learned nothing after getting shellacked in November 5th election, they're going full steam ahead for biological men to use women's restrooms. But Congresswoman Nancy Mace is trying to put a stop to it. She introduced a new resolution requiring members and staffers to use the bathroom that corresponds with his or her biological sex. I can't believe this even has to be a thing. But the move comes as the first trans member of Congress, Sarah McBride, is set to take office.
How's everybody doing out there in TikTok land? So I want to talk about Nancy Mace again. Now, all over the place, all these MSNBC, CNN, all the regular villains are out there screaming about how terrible this is. Well, this woman got on Piers Morgan today, and she spoke about how today or the other day, she spoke about how she's got PTSD because she's an SA victim. Now, the Me Too movement, women's rights, all the actresses and actors that have been out there screaming and yelling about people being abused and sexually essayed and, so on and so forth. Always screaming and yelling. None of them are here now. They're all saying that she's a monster. She shouldn't be going after this person. I'm 100% on board with her. Men should not be in women's places. If you still got your piece down there, you shouldn't be in the women's bathroom. Period. In fact, I don't know how it's legal that you can be recognized on your license in any document that you're a female if you've still got your male organs. If organs don't separate us, right? If organs don't separate us from male and female, then what does? This concept that gender is just an idea or a thought is absolutely ridiculous. I am a grown man. I am over 300 pounds. At what point I was a power lifter and I was strong. And there was no way that a woman could ever physically beat me. Not physically. I'm sorry. Unless the woman was just, maybe Ronda Rousey could have knocked me out at one point. But man, I tend to think that if I overpowered her, there'd be nothing she could do. Maybe that's my arrogance. That being said, a transgender person that still has their body parts attached to them, meaning their male parts or their female parts, is of that sex. There's no way around that. You can't say that it's not. Because when you go to prison, your male parts is what determines what facility you go to, because they strip you naked, butt naked. You bend over, you do all kinds of stuff. And that usually determines what prison you went to. Also your birth certificate, driver's license, all of that. We've crossed too many lines here where there's too many blurred lines. Nancy Mace is correct. She's got PTSD from being SA'd. She's got trauma. Nobody respects that. Nobody respects her trauma, but we have to expect and respect the other side's trauma. We have to respect the transgender woman's rights to be able to present themselves as a female, but we have to forsake and throw away all of our beliefs and our feelings to do that. Their feelings are more important than anybody else's. That's basically what they say by this. There's no compromise. It's we're going to do what we want. Well, again, it's men trying to force themselves into women's spaces. It's not women. It's men. You can say all you want that this side is against transgender and so on and so forth. That's not true. President Trump has all kinds of LGBT members. In fact, Scott Bassett is the highest ranking LGBT person ever in government. Yeah, the Treasury guy, he's married to a guy. Same-sex marriage, got kids and everything. Amazing. Highest ranking appointment ever for a member of that community. But yet the other side's always screaming about how they're inclusive. They're not inclusive unless it's verbal. If they've got to show action, they're not going to do it. A long time ago, my mother used to tell me, when you tell me you love me, that's great, but it doesn't mean nothing if you don't show it to me. Well, they haven't showed us anything but disrespect. And the fact that they're disrespecting this woman because she's saying that she's uncomfortable with having a man in her space is wrong. And people need to speak up. People that are out there that have been essayed and are uncomfortable with this, speak up. Start making videos and sending them to her. Speak up. Speak up at your local place. Hey, I'm all with inclusion, but inclusion means everybody, not just some people. Or we have to exclude some people's feelings for others. There's a way around this. There's nothing wrong with a transgender bathroom. There's nothing wrong with a gender-neutral bathroom, if you want to call it. Why has this got to be such a big debate? Why is it so important that they use the female's bathroom? Why is that so important? Why is that a thing? It doesn't make any sense. I don't give a fuck what bathroom I use. I go to the bathroom in a cup if I have to. Really. Male and female. And that's the way it's got to stay, man. If we want to play make-believe and we want to include everybody, cool. But they've got to back down. And they've got to give a little. It's just my opinion. It's just my thoughts. I back Nancy Mace 100%. Everybody out there have a safe night. The Lord is my shepherd.
Wolves are at the gate.